Moving ahead with the question number 2 of exercise 9C, let us see the first part of the question number 2. The informations are given. Principal is 20,000 and it is borrowed for 2 years at the rate of 8% per annum. Compound interest we have to find out. The first part, it is asking to find out the interest of the first year. That means I1. So for the first year, first part, interest for the first year, first of all we will be having the informations like principal of the first year, rate of the first year and the time of the first year. So principal is given rupees 20,000, rate 8% per annum and time 1 year. As you can see, this is year and this is also in year, so there will be no conversion of rate and time, any one of it. So we will find out interest of the first year, interest earned for the first year, that will be P1 R1 T1 upon 100. P1 is 20,000 into 8% into 1 upon 100. So it will become 1600 rupees. So the first part, which is asking interest for the first year, so interest for the first year will be rupees 1600. Now second part, it is asking for the interest of the second year. To get the interest of the second year, interest of the second year, to calculate the interest of the second year, we should be having principal of the second year, rate of the second year and time of the second year. But this principal of the second year is not known. Since we are calculating the CI, so first of all we will find out the amount of the first year, which will be P1 plus I1. If we are finding amount of 1 year, first year, then both principal and interest both will be of the first year, same year. Therefore, we will get 20,000 plus 1600, that is 21,600 rupees will be our amount, and this amount will also be principal of the second year. So from here we get the principal of the second year equal to rupees 21,600. And the rate, there is no change in rate, therefore the rate will remain same, 8% per annum. Time for the second year, it is for the second year only, so that is why time will be 1 year, because we have already calculated the year, 1 year rate of interest. With the rate of interest we have calculated the interest. So the last part, that is for the second year, we have to find out the interest, that will be I2 equal to P2 into R2 into T2 upon 100. Our second principal is 21,600 into 8 into 1 upon 100. Cancelling 0, 0, the commons. We will get interest of the second year I2 equal to 8 6 are 48, carry 4, 8 1 are 8, 4, 2, carry 1, 8 2 are 16 are 1, 17. This will be the interest for the second year. In the third part, it is asking for the final amount at the end of the second year. We have to find out the interest, we have to find out the amount, final amount at the end of the second year. Third part, it is asking for the amount at the end of the second year. So amount at the end of the second year, that is amount 2, will be equal to principal of the second year plus interest of the second year. this is true, then all the principal and interest both must be of the same year. So principal of the second year is 21,600 and interest we have calculated 1728. Therefore amount at the end of the second year will be equal to rupees 8232, that is 23,328 rupees. So in question number 5 we can see that we have a principal rupees 5,000 and it is taken for 2 years. But the rate of interest for the successive years, the first year and the second year, successive years are 10% and 12%. Both are different. So in the first case, let us understand I, that is interest for the first year in which our principal, rate and time. Principal is given rupees 5,000, rate is given 10% per annum and time we have 1 year. Therefore I1, that is interest for the first year, will be P1 R1 T1 upon 100. 5,000 into 10 into 1 upon 100 gives us rupees 500. This amount, this interest will give us the amount of the first year, which is P1 plus I1. Therefore A1 equal to 5,000 plus 500, that is rupees 5,500. This amount becomes the principal of the second year. So we can write principal of the second year is rupees 5,500. So now the second part, interest for the second year, P2 is rupees 5,500, R2 given 12% per annum because in the successive year rate has changed, and time for the second year we have 1 year left. So both are in years, so there is no need of changing the time. So we will calculate interest of the second year will be P2 R2 T2 upon 100. Principal of the second year, rate of the second year and time of the second year into 12 upon 1. Of the second year will be 55 into 12. Now, in this case, we have the interest of the first year and the interest of the second year. Interest of the first year was 600 and interest of the second year is 660. So now in the question it is asking calculate the compound interest. So there is no need of finding the second amount, that is final amount. We can find CI as sum of the interest which we have calculated. Interest of the first year we have 600, second we have 660, therefore the CI, the final CI will be 1260 as our answer. Okay? Or you can proceed with the final amount. You can find out the amount 2. Amount 2 will be P2 plus I2, that is 5,500 plus 660 gives us 0616. Sorry, interest of the first year was 500 and interest of the second year 660 becomes this one. Therefore, CI equal to A2 minus P1, that is final amount minus original principal. Final amount, here we get 6160 minus 5000. You will get the same result. Here we have calculated, since in the board I have not by mistake, it is mentioned over here. You can see it was 500. It is mentioned over here, and the I2 we have calculated 660. Both we are adding and we are getting CI equal to 1160. Other alternative method, using that we can get this answer. Okay.